Ooh, a fresh pie. Save me a slice. That's good. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's... All right, that's good. Okay. All right. That's good. It's enough slicing!
What's the deal with oversimplified logos? That's you. That's the internet right now. Unless I'm just totally late to this trend, I don't know. What do I even have to add to the discussion of this? There's already like 50 videos about this. Well, first I have a question of sorts for y'all. Is this logo that bad, or do you just not like change? Because here's the thing. We all grew up being used to all these different logos and whatever, but when those logos change, it can trigger that, oh, I didn't grow up with it, so it sucks. That kind of mentality. And so people flock to Twitter and complain like Twitter does. I'm 100% guilty of this, and my bias might show up a little in this video. Honestly, sometimes that complaining is really unjustified, because there are some redesigns that are actually okay. Some even improve on the original. But I will agree, it seems like most times you just get stuff like this. This one's the most relevant example, but somehow the most notorious. It's such an obviously bad decision, and it should be easy to point out. Someone at Discord could just be like, hey, maybe we shouldn't make this look like absolute dog shit. But what actually makes these logos so bad? What is so aesthetically pleasing about this, and so aesthetically displeasing about this? But first, ad time. This video is sponsored by eWin. If you know me, then you know that I love to sit, and there is no other sitting experience like the one you get with the eWin gaming chair. Gaming never felt so right. The incredible comfort you feel with the eWin gaming chairs is an immaculate and stunning experience. The genuine leather, the cushiony cushions, the wheels. All together, they make the sitting experience of a lifetime. You could sleep in this dang thing. Lay back, close your eyes, and doze off, dreaming of all the epic kills you could be getting. All this could be yours if you click the link in the description and use code MARSHAL to receive 20% off all gaming chairs. Thank you, eWin. And now, back to this. Okay, so you know that phrase, don't judge a book by its cover? Well, most people do that. That's why YouTube thumbnails are so important, and why I lose sleep at night knowing how terrible I am at them. You gotta make something that people want to click on. And in that same vein, you gotta make a logo that makes people want to buy whatever it's on. I don't know who this mustached man is, but I will take whatever he's selling. Visuals are everything. Sometimes what looked good 10 years ago doesn't look good now, so an update is often necessary. So how the hell do you do this? How do you update an old logo for the modern day? Take what was good and make it gooder. Well, you could take Apple's and Sony's approach of if it ain't broke. You could take the Google Chrome approach and flatten it, but still keep the vibe. What you don't want to do is Adobe's approach and just suck all the personality out of your software icons and just make them all look the same. That's what you don't want to do. Because I think that's a part of what makes a good logo. Personality. Like, make it feel like there's at least a little bit of human behind it. Logos should tell you what the company's vibe is, generally. It can't really be put into words, it just has to give off a feeling. Like, yeah, bitch, we're NVIDIA. We got a weird spiral thing. A good logo should tell you exactly what the company is like. Like this, or this, and this. Once again, the Pringles logo, great example. They already have this fantastic mascot. Like, who doesn't know the Pringles man? Aliens? Tilda Swinton? Maybe the Pringles man himself doesn't know who he is. Also, just the fact that it's a face helps people connect more with a face. Again, that's why there's a lot of and in YouTube thumbnails. It's also just a very well-defined face with the thick outlines and the big bushy mustache. Even the little twinkle in his eyes, it's all these great little details that add up and create this iconic character. And then the new logo throws that all away. Whatever human there was before is gone now. There's no details in the mustache. They got rid of the twinkle in his eyes. Not only did they get rid of the outline, but they kept the outline on the logo. So not only did they get rid of his personality, they also made it look really unbalanced. Just like all the little details in the old logo create an iconic character, these new little mistakes add up to ruin him. Sometimes I feel like these new designs come from a company wanting to be more, with the times and give it a fresh new update. And I mean, yeah, that is kind of what they're doing. They're trying to make things more sleek so that they look good on phones. In theory, not a bad idea because we all use our phones a lot. In practice, so yeah, they do look very right now. They look so right now that in a couple years, they're gonna look like back then. This is just speculation, but in my opinion, all these logos are gonna look really dated in a couple years. I mean, they already look bad now, but give it time, and when they inevitably change them all to look like something else, there's probably gonna be memes like, haha, remember when every company changed their logo to this? This is how the internet has always worked. Not just with logos, this anything and everything makes the internet angry. I remember in the early 2010s when YouTube kept updating their layout for what seemed like every week or so. It would go like, YouTube updates, then everyone gets mad, and then we all kind of get used to the change, and then YouTube updates again. And then we'd get mad again. The internet is not a smart place. You shouldn't try to make things look now. Just make something that looks good. Something that can last more than like a year. And that can be a hard thing to do. You can have a simple logo if it's versatile. It has to work in different contexts, like on buildings or shirts or on smartphones. The Target logo is a perfect example, and honestly what companies should be modeling their logos after. Simple but effective. Not so simple that it's lifeless. And there's some companies that have managed to find that image that they stick by and it still works for them. Wendy's has never gotten rid of their iconic mascot and has had the same logo since 2013. And their last rebranding was in 1983. So yeah, it's possible. You can get away with having the same logo for a long time if it is good. And these new logos are not. They are anything but timeless. They look like unfinished drafts. They look like there used to be something there, but somewhere along the line it just got homogenized into a lifeless shell of its former self. At the end of the day, it's not like any of this matters in the grand scheme of things. It's logos. It doesn't affect me. It's just something that you'll constantly see in the corner of your eye whenever you go to the grocery store. And it's a shame because we all know that there's no way any of these companies are going to change them back. That hasn't happened ever. Well, except for Burger King, but no one really asked for that. And you know what? If you'll bear with me for a moment, let me get personal and show y'all how I redesigned my logo. Here's my original. I was obsessed with pixel art for some reason. Don't worry about it. At some point, I just kind of realized the 8-bit style was just not working for me anymore, but I still really liked the concept of it. So I did what any sane person would do and remade it from the ground up. I even used the original glasses image that I based the original logo off of. And I also added the Marshal does to it as well. I didn't take anything away from the logo. I just took the original concept and just polished it up a bit. That worked in my case. It's going to be different for everyone else, but that's just one example of how an update to a logo can be done well without taking too much away from it. Sometimes you just need to enhance what's already good. You don't got to do anything fancy, okay? Gap, I'm running out of companies, okay? Not a logo, but here's another example. My EP that nobody listened to, Ruining the Holidays Volume 2. Now recently, I looked at the art and just kind of went, you know what? This looks terrible. And it did. This time I did polish it up quite a bit more, but I think the general idea is still here. I just made it less bad. I gave it a better font. I gave the background more detail. I even retook the photo for this. Also, when I initially made the original, I had this idea to add a little gift tag to have my name on it. Couldn't fit it in the original, but when I redesigned it, I managed to put it in there. So again, I didn't remove anything, except for maybe the horrendous font. I just added on to what was already good and took out the bad. You don't need a massive overhaul for everything. You just need to polish it up sometimes. But if you want to see something that needed a massive overhaul, then just look at this other album cover. Oh no. Where do I even begin? For a video that's making fun of cringy things, the album cover sure is some hot cringe. The collage of images in the corner, the awful font choice, the freaking glow on my emotionless face, dude. It's a mess. It's a mess. It gives off that graphic design as my passion energy. Not only is it a mess, but it's a mess that doesn't reflect the contents within the video. This video is basically my attempt at making a Broadway musical. It's big and overdramatic and, well, theatrical. The old album cover, and the thumbnail for that matter, do not reflect that at all. It looks like a low-budget soap opera, or a poster for an off-Broadway production of Beauty and the Beast. So what do you do in a situation like this, where every conceivable design choice in this is just completely wrong? I can't really polish it up because I don't think I could make this look any better. If I take away what's bad about the image, then I will be left with a blank slate. So I just kind of went back to the drawing board. I started all over again, and I think the results speak for themselves. It looks more like an off-Broadway production of Beauty and the Beast. And this brings me to my final point. Why the hell did I go through all this just to make some videos I made a year ago look better? And the reason is that I care about them a lot. I think Cringetopia has some of the best music I've made. I think Ruining the Holidays Volume 2 has some of my funniest lines. If you're depressed, you're on the naughty list. And I think my channel, as all over the place and as unpredictable as it is still very close to my heart. And that's where these new logo designs should come from. A desire to keep improving and growing, not to make a fresh and new look. The Christmas EP, Cringetopia, and especially my channel all deserve a good image to go along with it. And so does frickin' Pringles, bro. Seriously, why'd they do my boy Mr. Pringle like that?
Yes, I'm still on the Pringle cans thing.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you're new here and you like what you see, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell. Also check me out on Twitch. I go live Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. This is Mr. Steal Your Girl right here, okay? Also, if you want to, you can support me on Patreon and get access to bloopers and cut scenes and whatever. And you can even have a say in what I do next. Have a good one, y'all. Bye. Here's to all my patrons and your generous donations, like Fancy Waffle, The Real Sully G, Peyton, Stanley, Ray Cooley, Sanilithu 7, Madgythumtas, and Kayson Whitehouse, ACuteDoggi, Alex Isaac, Peter Marenthyu, and EricJonesBootleg, Reilly Zimmerman, nearsightedwaddledee, and Skruffl. I hope I pronounced your names correctly. Also, Jakub Pawluk, mghonor, RTOGamingYT, and Jonas Spaghettonas. Thank you so much, guys.